Okay, so now we're going to configure the funding round signal. All this means is they simply received a funding round and then it will trigger the workflow once that is updated. So to get started, we click try it now. So we can do, the last round that they raised, we can do 500,000 to 1 million for the most recent round. And we can do for the total round is we can do 1 million to 5 million to set this up however it's relevant to your industry. We can select the round type. I typically remove debt and grant and private equity. So we have series A, B, C, D, and we can also get rid of share placement, stock issuance, and unspecified. So it's important to select the relevant round types. Otherwise, you're going to eat up your bulk credits. So we're also going to limit that for that very reason. We're going to do 25 companies and we want this to run daily. Now, there's a good chance there's not going to be more than 25 companies daily within your specific industry that are getting funding like this. So now we're going to apply the filters to be very targeted. Now, the key to setting up these filters is to treat it like an advanced search. So we're going to select the industry we want. We're going to do software. We're going to select the headcount between 100 and 1,000. For our financials, we already configured that, so we don't need to. Company attributes, we don't need to configure this either, but if I was going to set up company attributes, I'd do it here, and same for type of model. For location, I want them to be based in the US, and for technologies, I don't care in this case either, so I'm not going to set that up. But if you were to, you simply search for the technologies you want or click explore. Now we're going to select apply. So when a company receives funding between 500 and 1,000 in the last round and between 1 and 5 million in total round, an angel seed through, I believe, H, from any investors, you can select specific investors if you want, I'm not going to, and the company is in the software industry with employees between 100 and 1,000 and so on and so forth in the US. Then it's going to discover up to 20 contacts. I'm going to bump that down to 5 because I don't think I'm going to have more than 5 for this specific company segment. And now we're going to select the contact filters. Now, like I said, it's important to treat this just like an advanced search, and you want it to be very targeted so you don't waste your bulk credits. So I'm going to select C-level, and I want them to be an executive, a marketing, sales, or operations executive. And for the contact info, because this is using bulk credits, we're going to make sure that we get the highest quality contact information possible. And we're going to require mobile phone number, direct phone number, and business email. Now, if I just required one of those, I'd simply select any. But in this case, I require all of them. And the location is going to be in the US. Now from here, just simply click apply. And then we want it to export as both companies and contacts to our CRM. And we're going to select the user that we want to export it to or assign to. In this case, it's going to be myself. And we're going to turn it on. So now this workflow is live. It will start executing right away. Now we click close. Now in this case, because we just created it, it hasn't executed. So this isn't going to be having any data that is populated. To find an example of what it looks like when it does populate, we simply go to workflow list, and then we scroll down to this one right here. Now, I purposely set this one up incorrectly just to show you what happens when you don't set your filters correctly and you don't set your export frequency. So in this case, in one day, it executed 7.44 thousand tasks. That's too much. And it failed 18. If you want to see the failure, simply download it. You'll see the reasons why. In this case, it's nothing to worry about. So I already turned this one off, so I don't need to click edit workflow. But if we go back to the workflow we just created, simply click that. And then to edit the workflow, click edit workflow. Let's change the name here. We'll do funding round signal. And let's just make sure we're doing this correctly. So it's going to only do up to 25 companies per day. And then we're going to turn it back on, and then we're finished. So that's how you set up workflows.